Today I am going to discuss the second part of the village Palampur. This is the first chapter of economics standard 9. So in this chapter we will discuss about the factors of production, that is also known as organization of production. Except it, there are a number of factors which happens in a particular village. It may be related to agricultural activities such as the land is a fixed factor. Is there uh, more than one production? Is it clear? So in this chapter, first of all, that is known as organization of production. So organization of production is totally depends on factors of production. So there are mainly four factors of production: land, labor, capital, uh, and entrepreneur. So capital, entrepreneur, it means we will the person who take risk, that is known as entrepreneur. So first of all, land. So what is land? So land is the most important factors of production. Without the use of land, it is not possible to produce anything. For example, just I want to say you, if there is no land, then how you will construct the farm, industry, and other things? How the transportation will take place? So the land is the most important factors of production. Second is the labor. So labor, it is sorry, before labor, one thing always remember in your mind: the land is a fixed factors of production. Now labor is considered as variable factors of production. So according to the uh, output or the demand, the labor may be increase or decrease. But all the labors are not equal. Labor can be divided into two parts. One is known as the skilled labor and other is known as unskilled labor. A skilled labor means the labor which has the ability uh, to do the machinery work, because he has got the training, he has the skill, he has the knowledge, and such kind of labor is basically used in the farm, because farm contains the different kinds of machinery. Here just I want to give you one example also. Everybody has seen the truck, buses, cars. So all the person is not capable to drive all this transport system. For this there is a training, and that is known as driving. So driving means the driver who has a skill, he has the ability to drive the car, so he will be considered as a skilled labor. On the other hand, unskilled laborers are those laborers who have no knowledge about any technical things, skills, and so on, but they also implement themselves in different kinds of activities. For example, construction work requires both kind of labor. One is the skilled and other is unskilled. So unskilled labor basically carry the bricks, cements. He also tries to mix. So in a simple way, we can say the labor can be divided in two parts. One is the skilled and other is unskilled labor. Now come to the capital. So what is capital? Accept the free gift of nature by which we generate income, that is known as capital. So in a simple word, capital means investment of anything for further income. So capital may be divides into two parts. One is known as working capital and other is known as fixed capital. So fixed capital means what? The machines, tools, these are the equipments. It is also known as the physical capital and it is used again and again. So all the machinery, all the tools which can be used again and again is known as fixed capital. On the other hand, the raw material which is used in the form of input to get the output, it will be considered as working capital because it can be used only one time. So working capital is also considered as what? Producer goods, because that goods will be utilized in single time. So in this way, there are here three main factors of production: land, labor, capital, but one is the entrepreneur. So who is entrepreneur? The person who has the ability to produce something and has also ability to take risk in the economy, that is known as entrepreneur. He is also considered as human capital. So without the use of human capital, all the physical capitals are useless. Is it clear? Now come to the second part. First, farming in Palampur. So we have initially told you Palampur is an hypothetical village. It is an imaginary village, but in the village the farming work basically takes place. So first point is land is fixed. As we know that our country contains 3.27 million square kilometer. So that is the territory of our country. Like that, every village has its own territory, and that territory is considered as the land of that particular village. In village Palampur also, initially the people were using 60% of land for cultivation because they were using the old method of production. They were dependent on monsoon, but as soon as the developmental took place or irrigational facilities become easier, they also started to utilize uncultivable lands into cultivable lands. So in this way, during last 20 years, the total land area is the total cultivable land area has increased. Okay, now come to the production more than one crop from the same land. So if a person is capable to produce more than one crop in a year, that is known as multiple cropping system. So multiple cropping system is totally depends on two things. First, that is the modern farming, and second, the availability of irrigational facilities. So without the use of irrigational facilities, it is not possible to produce more and more crops from a particular land. Now just I want to give you some example. First, in the year 1960, the Green Revolution was started in our country to to get self-sufficiency in the production. As a result, the government started to produce more crops with the help of modern technique. So modern technique includes what? First, that is the high yielding variety of seeds. Second, that is the pesticide. Next, that is fertilizers. Next, that is the irrigational facilities. So green revolution is totally a package of 4 things. By using all these 4 factors, the total production increased in the village Palampur. Initially, they were using to produce 3 crops in a year, and 2 crops was for the for self consumption, and 1 crops were produced for feeding the cattle. So that is known as fodder. Here also I want to explain one thing. When the modern system of agriculture is introduced in the Palampur, the total production in the village Palampur increased at a faster rate, because they were utilizing the modern technique of production. So in this way, we can say a farmer can produce more than 1 crop from the same land. Now third point is the will the land sustain? In a simple way, we can say the land can sustain for years and years. But if we are utilizing more and more fertilizers and other chemicals for the excessive production, in that situation, the fertility of the soil may lose, or it may be unfertile. So in this situation, the land will not sustain. From a experiment, it is also examined that due to the use of excessive high yielding variety of seeds, more and more uses of water for irrigational facilities, the fertility of the soil is continuously declining. The third point, even the excessive use of groundwater, that is the personal tube well, is being utilized by the farmers. So it has decreased the groundwater level. Due to that, the humidity of the soil is continuously declining. As a result, the sustainability of the land is not possible. So overall, we can say, unless we will not use the land in a proper way, the land will not sustain for long period of time. Next point is the land distribution between the farmers of Palampur. Okay, so we have already studied previously, there are 450 families who lives in village Palampur. 1/3 of it are scheduled caste, and they are also known as Dalits. So these Dalits are landless. As a result, they have no ability to produce anything. Next one is the small farmers. They contains the land, but they are not capable to utilize their land for their own family. So they also depends on the landlords. So in this way, we can say only 80 people of total family is only 80 people of total families has the huge amount of lands, and most of the people who has the land, they have a small piece of land, or we can say their land is scattered in different areas. Next, who will provide the labor? That is common thing. Here the village is divided in different groups on the basis of economy. So all the landless people, means Dalit, are ready to do the job either on the basis of cash or kind, and as a result they provide their services for production. Some marginal farmer, means very small farmers, they have the land and they do not hire the workers. Their family members utilize their services for the production of goods, but it is not possible uh, to sustain their life from their own lands. As a result, they also provide services to the landlords. Next is the uh, higher income group people basically hire the laborers for production work. Next come to the capital need in farming. Of course, capital is needed for further production, or we can say capital is most important factors of production. Without capital, neither they can use the fixed capital nor they can use working capital. We have also studied that there are two groups. One are the rich group and other are poor. So rich people basically use the capital by selling their surplus uh, products in the market. They have enough cash, or sometimes they have the requirements, they take loans from banks, or we can say from the formal sectors. But the poor farmers who has no surplus products, they take loans from either their relatives, their landlords, money lenders. They charge the higher price. So in this way we can say that capital is the most important factors for the utilization of fixed and working capital. Next is the sale of surplus farm products. Of course, if due to use of modern farming, the total production has increased from 1200 kg to 3200 kg. So what it indicates that they are capable to produce surplus product, and this surplus product is basically sold in the market. Uh, in the village Palampur, just beside it there is a small town that is known as Shahpur. So basically surplus product is sold in the market and they are capable to utilize the surplus product for further production. Non-farming activities. Whatever we have discussed, it is related to farming activities. So non-farming activities are those activities which is not related to farms, or it is not related to agriculture, but indirectly it may be some area may be connected with the agriculture. Out of these, first, that is the dairy. Dairy means what? Production of milk and milk related goods. So most of the farmers used to produce milk with the help of animal husbandries, and in the village Palampur the animal husbandry is well developed. Just beside it there is a chilling point where most of the farmer sell their products, and from that areas it is distributed in different parts of the country. So dairy is a good source of income those who are involved in these activities. Second is the small scale manufacturing. So a small scale manufacturing means making of tools for further productions. A number of skilled people, potters, artisans are manufacturing the different kinds of goods, and it is sold in the village Palampur and the surrounding area, by which they generate income. Next is the shopkeepers of Palampur. There are 2 or 3 shops are available near bus stand. These people carry the products from the markets and sell it in the village Palampur, and they also provide their services, so that not only they gives the important uh, goods which is essential for the survival of their life, but also sometimes they provide some nutrient foods to these group of people, such as you can say the nutrient food like biscuits, brush is used in the form of modern technique of they are making their health in a better way. Transport, previously I have discussed that there are 2 modes of transport. One is the modern and other is old traditional transport, such as buggies, tangas, tractors, jeeps, etc. A number of peoples are also moves from their village to the towns only to fulfill their demands or to fulfill their requirements, and for that transport system is well developed in the village Palampur. So in this way we can say nearly 20 to 25% people, those who are not involved in the agricultural activities, they are involved in non-farming activities, and it is a best way for the survival of their own life. Okay, thank you.